Are you one of the students who have unlimited resources to attend college? Is money no object in the pursuit of your degree? Well, then lucky you. Most of us have financial constraints and limited resources. I believe that we can create alternatives to the cost that students are paying to attend college. Alternatives that provide all of the college experience and benefits that some students want, while providing an alternative for students just seeking to gain an education. My name is Taylor Parr, and I am currently a student at Gateway Community College. As of now, the cost of my tuition for online classes is the same as that of a brick-and-mortar student. The expenses that college incurs is much greater for on-campus classroom students than it is for online learners. The expenses that a college incurs for facilities, athletics, and student services that some students use are not required by online learners. I understand that there is a market for students who want the whole college experience, but there is also a market for students who just want to gain an education. The current class fee schedule charges students the same amount for students utilizing the on-campus services or not. I believe that class costs should be based on actual cost to the school for services provided to the students. A lot of potential students do not believe college is an option for them because of the cost. The cost of tuition often prevents many people from attending college because many people just cannot afford it. I think having to pay a higher tuition for attending classes on campus to help pay for electricity and so on is understandable. If the school does not have to provide electricity, facilities, buildings, or parking lots for you to use, why should you have to pay for that? For example, at Gateway Community and Technical College, the cost of operations and maintenance for 2014 was $2,474,600, and the budget for 2015 is already $2,991,600. If you are using and paying for your own electricity and facilities, sitting in your own house on your own furniture, and parking in your own driveway, why would you pay the same as a student using the school's resources? Many online students do not feel that they are being charged appropriately for the services they are using compared to the services students are paying for on-campus courses. I understand that some students would prefer to go to a school with football teams, basketball teams, baseball teams, and even underwater basket weaving teams for some, but as for myself as an online learner, that just does not interest me as much as it would others. I enjoy sports just as much as the next person, but I believe my tuition should not include things I do not participate in at school. When taking online classes, you should not have to pay for that of what the students who attend class on campus do. In addition to the facilities and athletic programs that this online student does not need or require, there are many student services I do not personally require as well. Many on-campus students put to use libraries, cafeterias, and on-campus security and police that I do not. As for libraries, I personally use ebooks or I buy my own books. I also use my own laptop, which does not require a computer lab for myself. And since I'm using my own computer at home, and I provide myself my own food right out of my own kitchen, therefore I also do not utilize an on-campus cafeteria. Also, if anything were to go wrong, I would have to call the city police or fire department, which in turn means I also do not find a need for special security paid specifically to be on campus at all times. Although I'm sure many other people put to use these services, I do not, and I believe that I should not have to pay for them. Also, Gateway Community and Technical College spent more than a couple bucks on their student services. The cost for student services for 2014 alone was $2,800,100, and the estimated budget for 2015 is $2,706,100. Money that is not being spent on myself as a student since I am not utilizing the student resources on campus. Many people believe that tuition should not be lowered because people would then take advantage and not work hard to pass their classes, but I think this situation changes when it's online classes. I know kids want the college experience of living in a dorm and joining fraternities and sororities and often taking advantage of being in college, but for those of us who are just interested in furthering our education, we are not worried about that experience, and therefore it should be understood that we take our education and classes very seriously. Rather than worrying about that college experience, a lot of students have other problems to worry about. Many people have children, jobs, and lack of transportation. When taking online classes from home, you do not have to find the time or money to pay a babysitter, try to figure out how to balance your work schedule around your class schedule, or finding a ride to class every day. With more people attending classes online, that would make schools more money using less effort. Therefore, we would be able to lower the cost of online tuition. By charging both online and on-campus students fees based on the actual cost of providing those classes, the cost of on-campus classes might go up, whereas the cost of online classes might decline. However, this would require that the consumer make choices. If you want to pay for the extra services of taking classes on campus, that is your privilege. but those that don't require the extra services shouldn't have to pay for them. Between student services and operation and maintenance alone, the cost this year itself is over $5 million, an expense online students are paying for but not benefiting from. Today I discussed with you my plan for making college more affordable to more people and making it fair to the students for services they are being provided. Consider buying tickets for a flight. If you are looking to fly first class with extra room, comfy seats, and bottles of champagne, you would pay the expense of that, whereas if you were just looking to get from point A to point B, the cost would be much less. The same should be true for your education. If you believe students should be fairly charged for the amount of resources they consume per class, then we must bring our concerns up to college administrators. By providing a calm and logical argument for the reasons we believe class fee schedules should be based on the actual expenses of the class being provided, we can facilitate change for the benefit of the majority. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening.